Hello, my name is Muzz, and welcome to Gaming Again, where I'm going to talk about Always Sunny in Philadelphia. A show that I should not love, and I'll get into why, but I do love it. It is, usually, so I started it when it had 16 seasons, usually that would put me right off. I watched the first episode, I don't think it got hooks into me. I went away and then I came back and it just got me. I just, whenever I was kind of sitting with nothing to do, I'd put it on. Whenever I was doing something, I'd put it on. It's just such an easy show to have in the background while you're doing something. And yeah, it is a show that should not work because none of the main characters are likable, whatsoever. We're going to go through them individually, and they have little to no redeeming qualities. And that is, I guess, the draw of it. Because they're so horrible, you don't mind the stuff that happens to them because some awful, horrible stuff happens to them, and rightfully so. It is just one of those shows that I don't know how it's so successful, but it just is, and I think it's just down to the comedy, the acting, the scenarios that they get put in. Just all of the above, really, to make this really weird, wacky comedy that is set in a pub or set in Philadelphia, but mainly set in Paddy's pub. And let's just go through the unlikable characters. Not sure who to start with first. Maybe we'll start with Dee, who is the most likeable out of all of them, because she is often the one that is the brunt of everyone's jokes. But yet her herself is a manipulator, someone who will easily use someone to get ahead, thinks she is God's gift to earth, and yet you want to watch. You want to watch. Then you go to Frank, who is the father, but not the father. It's it's worked out that he's not actually the father of Dee or Dennis. And he's a sex pest, drug addict, definitely has his pockets in a few notorious, illegal things that are going on, like businesses. And yeah, he just got the scene where he comes out of the couch is just, I think it's one of the TV scenes that will go down in history. It's just one of the most bizarre and unsettling things I've ever watched on TV. And then Charlie, of course, how could we forget about Charlie? Maybe Charlie's the most likable one, because I know actually he is a stalker, so maybe I shouldn't say that. He is a stalker. He has basically a love affinity for the waitress who works in a cafe at the start, and then is a waitress at the start, believe it or not. And I definitely think Charlie is my favourite character in terms of he's just the one that I think glues it all together. He at times can be a bumbling buffoon. At times he can come up with some really good ideas, it seems, but then it all comes crumbling down. He's kind of the whipping boy of the group. He just does all the crappy tasks that no one wants to do, and he's happy to do them, maybe because he's so stupid. Maybe that is it. But he does find some pride in his work, I guess. So that, I guess, is quite redeeming, even though it is awful work. And then Dennis, and let me tell you, Dennis is a psychopath and a sexual predator. He is just not someone who is safe, and not someone who should be likable in any TV show, any TV series. It just should not work. This TV show should not work. It is just amazing how they have taken these unlikable characters, and by the end of it, I guess you like them, even though they are awful. They're racist, homophobic, transphobic. They are all of the phobics. They are just awful human beings, and yet it works somehow, some way. And Dennis is, the implication is that he is very much a serial killer, and I would believe that definitely, definitely that he is a serial killer. And then we come to Mac, who I'm actually kind of representing a wee bit here with the vest. He is he is the closeted gay man, and actually does come out eventually towards the end of the series, but very religious. His mum is his mum and Charlie's mum are just hilarious polar opposites of. There's just so many like like really good side characters who just really add to everything as well. Like the Boyle family, they are just, oh god, so unsettling. So whenever they're on, I'm like, oh, I just want to go shower or something. It's and then we've got Cricket, who D ruins his life, and he just becomes an absolute degenerate of a human being. He will do anything for money, for crack, whatever. He is up for anything, and he's just basically become just the worst piece of human trash out there. Oh, it's just, it shouldn't work. It should not work as a TV series. Like, it really should not work. A couple of highlight episodes for me. The Nightman episode, definitely, where they actually put on the play, the Dayman episode. I sang the song at the start. I mean, come on. The one actually that I kind of can remember this, when Dennis tries to sell his car and it's like in my body of water. I'm just like, this is so ridiculous. Like this shouldn't work. But it's so well done. And obviously the I forget the name of the actual competition, but the beer plain ones where they're all trying to kind of get on break the record of Will Boggs. I don't know how I can remember that if I can't remember the name of the actual episode. But and then when the girls try to do it, I think that's a really fun episode as well. It's just there's just so many moments. I'm sure you'll have seen in the background, like where if you have watched it, you'll be like, oh, I remember that. That's a funny episode. And yeah, I just wanted to come on here and kind of talk about it because I've caught up. I'm finished. It took me quite a while, I'm not going to lie. Like, I wasn't watching it consistently. But I go through waves, and we got there, we caught up. And yeah, fun TV show. Really, really fun TV show. The characters are awful. The characters are terrible. Like, it just shouldn't work. I've said that a lot, but it should. Like, there's terrible people as the main characters. Anyway, that's just my thought. You know, what do you think about Always Sunny? Is it something that you enjoy? Do you feel the same way as I do, or do you not like it? Let me know down in the comments below, and if you've made it this far, why not give the video a wee like, you know, subscribe. We're almost at 200, which is what we're aiming for, but let's give it a go. Let's say August. Let's get to 200 by August, and then we can go from there. And maybe by the end of the year, who knows? Who knows where we'll be? But anyway, with all that being said, all that's left to say is any thoughts, comments, general hostile remarks, leave them below. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.